Alright guys, let's talk about Plume for the first time on this channel. Now today it was announced that it was the 32nd project from the Binance hodler airdrops, and that caused a big spike. As you see right here, there's a huge wick to the upside, but it is actually down in reality. It is down about 2.5% at the moment, but if you go to Binance, guys, it's going to tell you it's up about, anywhere between about 28 to 30% at the moment. And that's probably from the time it was listed on Binance only. But yeah, in reality, it's down. Now, there are some resistances that it did try to get through today. It failed to get through all resistances, and it even retested this support here at 9.2 cents, basically. But it failed to get above about 10 cents. Also, there is this long-term resistance here. If we go back, guys, this extends back to about May 24th. You can see it got rejected here on the 27th, 28th. It also got rejected on 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of July. And more recently, it got rejected on 13th and 14th of August. So you can see this resistance is actually holding it down pretty good. So it also tried to get out of this Fibonacci today. So yeah, there's just too much going against it today for some reason, even though it was announced that, they were going to start trading this on Binance, and it just wasn't enough, guys. So anyways, let's take a look at the technicals now. Now, Plume doesn't have a long history, guys. It goes back to one of the last couple of weeks in January when it started, when it was actually listed. I know there was a lot of hype around this coin back then, guys. And yeah, it probably really has hit its bottom, I would say, since then. Now, if you look at the volume profile here, you can see it fought the largest candlestick today, also last week as well, but it actually put a candle all the way through this. Unfortunately, it's not holding, so that's not a good sign, guys. We do have to push through that. It's going to take getting through, let's just say 12 cents. And guys, still, this is a lot of volume here, pretty much. We need to really get through about 16.8 cents, and then the volume really drops off and it gets a little bit easier to go up. Now, as for the Bollinger Bands, guys, you can see that basically they are very far apart. So on a weekly time frame, there's nothing really to see. Now, on a daily time frame, let's take a look and see if there's any pinching going on. Not really, guys. But it is coming in. It is getting a little bit more narrow, I would say. There was more of a pinch maybe back here, but that really didn't result in anything. Yeah, so I would say on the daily time frame and weekly time frame, this is not popping because of the Bollinger Bands. Now, taking a quick look at the RSI and stochastic here, there's almost nothing on a weekly time frame to go off of, as you see here. Let's go to the daily time frame. Now, the blue line looks like it might start to curve back up here, although it hasn't yet. We still have to wait, and but yeah, in my opinion, probably will. But the RSI is pointed down here. But again, both of these are in neutral territory. They can easily go back up. 4-hour time frame, the blue line has actually crossed this red line just recently to the downside. Again, RSI pointed down, so not good again. 1-hour time frame, yeah, this is pointed down as well. The RSI here may start to curl back up, though. It looks like it might try to do that. But hey, we really can't make that decision until we see that happen. But that's just what it appears that it's going to do. But the stochastic, this blue line has crossed this red line recently and is headed down, guys. So everything, in my opinion, looks like it's going to head down. If we just put this on a 4-hour time frame and take a look real quick, it's just really sideways, guys. So I think, give it a little bit more time on Binance and probably it will cross this 10-cent mark. But the big thing is this, trend line that extends back, several months and getting out of this Fibonacci. Now, one more indicator to consider, guys, is the MACD as usual. And yeah, we are in a green period, although this green period is quite small. And we do have light green candles, and this is not a very big candle. It looks like it might be trying to flip back into red. So this is a little bit of a danger here where you have this blue line pointed down. Looks like it's about to cross the red line, to the downside. We haven't seen that with too many cryptos. And yeah, let's see if it can avoid it. at least on the daily time frame. You know, we'll probably know in the next like day or two if it has crossed. Right now it's kind of kissing. Now Plume is the number 292 project, guys. Like I said, it's down about 2.5% in the last 24 hours, oddly enough. Anyways, the max supply is 10 billion. Now circulating is 2.65 billion, and I think that's been updated today because Binance also announced this after the airdrop. Now, looking at the all-time high, it's almost 25 cents. So it's really only about 63% down, and that's not bad for a coin that came out in January. I mean, we're talking about a coin that's 8 or almost 9 months old. So I do feel it's probably hit its all-time low down here at about 7.5 cents. And, you know, it's not far above that. Of course, it can go lower, but, you know, it's had its time. So it's matured a little bit. You know, you may want to wait a little longer on it. But I do think the Binance effect will maybe pull this coin up. It may take, you know, a week, for example, but I do think it will cross the resistance, you know, to the upside, that trend line that I talked about earlier. It'll cross 10 cents. It'll get out of the Fibonacci, guys. You know, and I think that'll be mainly due to the Binance effect. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with 10 exchanges, guys. You can also find Moodix down here, guys, and you can get a free 7-day trial, and you can follow me on X here, guys. Now, jumping over the Bitcoin real quick, guys, you can see that today we do have kind of a dip. While we are losing this support here at 117,200, basically, guys, there is good news. Now, we are retesting this long-term trend line. If we go back, we can see that we bounced off this on June 22nd. And this trend line can go all the way back to basically the 7th of April. I could extend this a little bit more, really. It doesn't really matter, though, guys. So this is actually several months, about 4, almost 5 months long, this trend line, and we've gotten bounces off it. The good thing is we haven't fallen through it with a daily candle, at least. And yeah, hopefully we can get ourselves back up above 117,200 by the end of the night. But you know, we're kind of running out of time. But anyways, the next support is sitting about 115,100. So let's see what happens. Maybe we get a little bit of a boost later today, but who knows, guys. A good thing this week, guys, is that we don't have any CME gap to worry about. Unlike last week where it took almost the entire week to fill it up, guys, this week we do not have a gap. So that's a good thing. Now, looking at Ethereum, we also had a dip today. It's, you know, it's maybe doing a little bit better than Bitcoin, or maybe about the same, but sitting at 43.65 at the moment. We do need to get back above this support here. This is a daily support at 44.11. So there's still time, but we're running out here to get a daily candle above this. Now, once we get above this, we need to get above 45, 47 on a daily time frame. Then this Fibonacci here, let's say at 46.40. And then you have a daily resistance up here at 48.15, and then you have the all-time high to take on. There really isn't much above us, guys. So Ethereum is still looking good in my opinion. Basically, you know, it's still making higher lows. Basically, we can go back, we can mark this off. You have a low here, you have a higher low here, and yeah, guys, you know, this is probably that next low, I would say. But let's see. Looking at the total market cap, guys, here, we're at 3.89 trillion. Now, remember, the weekly support here is 3.9 trillion. So this is the daily time frame, so we still have time for that. Now, the daily support here, we are losing here at 3.92 trillion. So that's not a good thing, but again, 3.9 is the stronger support, and we have like 6 more days on this, guys. So there really isn't much to worry about. I do think we will get above that. But of course, each of these to the upside is a resistance. Now, 4.12 trillion is the last real resistance that we have to take on. And then we're basically at new all-time highs, really. Now, total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, guys, sitting at 1.57 trillion. I would say this is doing a little bit worse than the total market cap. But again, we are still above the 1.51 trillion on a monthly time frame. But yeah, we need to fight this 1.62 trillion, and then we have 1.71 trillion again on a monthly time frame, and then again we're at all-time highs again. Now the Bitcoin monthly returns, guys, this has dipped a little bit. We're up about 0.5% this August. Now the average is 1.66%. But you know, hey, it's still not negative. We still have plenty of time. There's still almost 2 weeks left. And yeah, let's see what happens. Now, if we look at the quarterly returns, Bitcoin still isn't doing that bad, guys. It's up almost 40% here. While Ethereum is up about, let's see, 110, let's say, in the last 2 quarters. So still, you know, if you would have taken your money out of Bitcoin, put it in Ethereum after Q1, you would have done very well. But again, you're not doing bad if you still have Bitcoin. Now, one bad thing is that the dominance, guys, is going up here. But again, I think this is still just in some consolidation here. You can see that it was a little bit higher today and it's coming back down, so that's a good sign. But again, it is a green candle today, unfortunately. But yeah, basically it has lost this support at 60.46. If we put this on a weekly time frame, it lost it last week. So yeah, this is a good sign, guys, and I wouldn't worry that much. Of course, there's going to be some bounces along the way. But yeah, don't be impatient as an altcoin holder. The chart that really goes hand in hand with the dominance of Bitcoin, guys, is the USDT dominance chart. So we're sitting at 4.29%. It did retest this 4.31% to the upside. And yeah, so far it has gotten a rejection on the daily time frame. Keep in mind, this green line is a weekly resistance. And if we put this on a weekly time frame, you know, last week we were under it. And it lost it basically 2 weeks ago. So I just think this is probably a retest of this, and it's probably not going to make it above 4.31% unless something drastic happens. Something that goes hand in hand with Bitcoin's price, though, is the dollar index. So it is getting a little bit of a bounce today. That's probably why Bitcoin is coming down a little bit, guys, but still, it's at 116, so not that bad. Now, altcoin season index is at a 51. Still leaning towards altcoin season, so that's a good thing. Liquidation heat map in the last 24 hours, 531 million have been wrecked. So a little bit elevated, but I do think this will come down tomorrow. Now, fear and greed is at a 60. It did cool down a little bit from a 64 from yesterday, but we're still in greed. So, but again, 60 isn't too bad in my opinion. Next update in a little bit under 4 hours here. And the bull market peak indicators, guys, this is why I'm holding out hope. There is still nothing that has been hit. So again, it's 100% hold, and I don't think, you know, we have anything to worry about as long as the Pi cycle top indicator here is not crossing. Now tomorrow on the economic calendar, guys, there's really nothing going on. Basically just FOMC member Bowman is speaking. There is Atlanta Fed GDP now Q3, but that's really small macroeconomic news, guys. Now today we did get some pretty positive news today. Sentiment is back to more strong, like risk on. You can see this is a darker green than we have seen before in previous videos in the last couple of days. So the trend is sideways though for now, but yeah, intraday and actually the week, because it started today, is the same. But the month is still slightly down here, but the year is still quite positive, guys. But again, risk on is crypto assets. Now, FedWatch Tools has gone down a little bit here for the quarter point cut. I think yesterday it was about a 92, so it has gone down about 9%, unfortunately. And we're starting to see more people think that we're not going to get a cut on 17th of September. So again, there is still 29, almost 30 full days here until the next FOMC meeting. So, and there's still, I think, yeah, one more CPI and PPI, plus some other macroeconomic news, guys. Now, if we take a look at Trueflation, a lot of people believe that this is the best inflation indicator. Of course, the Fed does not use it, though, unfortunately. But people say that this is more true than what the Fed is relying on. So, again, we are under the 2% mark that the Fed really needs, and that's their target, guys. Jumping over to crypto bubbles, guys, this looks pretty ugly today. There's only a few things that are up here in at least the top 100. But again, you know, it's a down day today. Maybe we'll see the rest of the week is green, but who knows, guys. Now, if you want to stake your coins, go to Coinondo, guys. And for example, you can look at Bitcoin. It has 63 deals here that were found, guys. Do your homework. Don't just blindly send coins around and yeah, I mean, sometimes this is not updated too. I might as well go ahead and say you do have to lock up your coins for certain periods. There are limits and things like this. So again, like I said, do your homework and be careful. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell. Use those links down below, guys. I do get commission. I'll be honest with you. Unless you're a large, crypto investor, I get pennies probably, guys, but it really helps me. It keeps me motivated. It helps keep this channel going, guys, and I really appreciate it. We're over 1,500 subscribers now, and it's just amazing. I really thank you guys, and guys, I will see you in the next one.